How's everyone day? Did everyone sleep well? Or did everyone have a nice day? Oh, oh. ちょっと待ってね。With that said, I wonder how quietly tonight I'll be playing games. Well, that is only if I don't talk at all, then that would be a different thing. But if people make me talk, then that would be another whole new different thing. But with that said, let's load the game up and play. The last time I remember it was start at the new area, the Okinawa facility. So we are going to go in, and this time, I don't think I'll be using Haru in this party. I want to add in Makoto. I think Makoto would be a good addition for now. We'll see how much we need or who need to use. Actually, let me do a check just in case. Status, Master Art. He is done. Done. Okay, I think I'll just use character that I tend to use a lot. I mean, they still earning ESP, so I guess it's a good thing. Moreover, once I unlock more skill, I will go for the others, I guess. ジャンク手に入るかな I think we'll do it around this part. But in any case...
Yes.
Oh wow. That guy actually said goodbye.
あいついきなりどうしたってんだよ。声がすると言っていたな。
とにかくソフィーを追いかけるぞ。
I don't think he'll do anything.
なんなのここ。めっちゃ不気味なんですけど。クイーン大丈夫？大丈夫よ。早くソフィーを探しましょう。あれは何かしら。
Let's get that.
役に立つものだといいけど。
シャドウはいねえみてえだ。行こうぜ。
今日の人生は最後の日だ。全死了。Hey. Wait, what the hell? Let's take a look at this and we can only do that.
待って、何かあるわ。これってボイスレコーダー？とりあえず再生してみるか。
この計画は研究者にとっていや人類にとっての悲願。
悲難だ。
全ての被験者に改心による幸福を。
改心。The person actually say 改心？
ジェイルシステムが完成すれば人類は苦しみから解き放たれる。さあ祝杯をあげよう。この壮大な計画と人類の栄光に。
いい子。
エマを利用すれば必ずやそれが叶う。
エマ、それに改心って。
やはり一ノ瀬の言ってた通り、エマはここで何かされていたらしい。
ジェイルシステムとも言ってたよね。
ここで研究していたものが読めてきたな。
改心の実験。
ええ、確かにそうとしか思えない内容ね。とにかく今ここで考えてる暇はない。まずソフィーを追うのが先決だ。
だね、急いで追いかけよう。
バカ、あのバカ、一人で勝手に突っ走りやがって。
おい、なんか暗くないか？
一層不気味な雰囲気だな。何が待ち構えているのか。
視界が悪くて危険だ。ソフィーは心配だが注意して進むぞ。
いた、ソフィー。ソフィー、よかった、無事で。
すまない。
声がしたとか言ってたよな。正体は分かったのかよ。
いや、ここで聞こえなくなった。
俺たちには何も聞こえなかったが。
ソフィーにだけ聞こえたの？
不思議な声だった。私と似ているような。それに私の名を呼んでいた。もしかしたら私のことを知ってるのかもしれない。
ソフィーのことを？
私は人の良き友人になれという命令以外何も覚えていない。みんなと旅をしていろいろなことを知ったが、自分のことは今もわからない。それがわかるかもしれないと思ったらいつの間にか追いかけてた。心配かけてすまない。ありがとう、ジョーカー。ソフィーが何者か、その答えはここにあるかもしれないぜ。え？
どういうことだ？
前から疑問だったんだ。ジェイル、エマ、ソフィー、この3つにつながりはないのかってな。我が輩たちはジェイルでソフィーを見つけた。そのジェイルにはエマって AI が関係していて、ソフィーも AI だ。これが単なる偶然なわけがない。何か関係があると我が輩は見てる。だからジェイルを調べていけばその答えにもたどり着くんじゃねえかってな。
なるほど。全てはつながっているか。
それに我が輩にはソフィーの気持ちが少しわかる。自分が誰かわからないってのは本当に辛いからな。
I mean, previous in Persona 5, Monagana don't even remember
謎の声の正
what
体
his name though.
突き止めに
Or
行こ
what
うぜ。
I mean, what his purpose photo.
そうね、ソフィーのためにも。
みんなありがとう。
んじゃ、ここの目的が2つになったな。1つは願いを取り戻して島の連中を戻す。そんでもって
ソフィーを呼んでるって声の正体を突き止める。
両方やろう。
依存ない。仲間を助けるのは当然だからな。
よし、改めて怪盗団出発だ。
One car.
シャドウがいる。気をつけて。向こう側シャドウがいるぞ。
Wait, what the hell?
あれ、これが効いてきな。よし、片付けよう。
消えろ。さっせい。
速攻勝利だな。めでたい。次も頑張りましょう。
はっせい。
So we do have to go here. Check. Excuse me. How is it that they have a facility that is not in the office itself but in the other world? It's kind of interesting though. I guess you have to open here then. It's kind of dark here.
やった、ゲット。
はっせい。
And I do not like dark places.
気をつけろ。シャドウが近いぞ。あいつこっちに気づいてない。
正体を見せる。
仕掛けるなら今だ。優位に立ってしまえば。
See, what are those things?
終わりだ。
楽な戦いだったわ。この調子でゴーだ。
よし、いねえな。とっとと行こうぜ。
When you got a dark place that you have to proceed in, it's never a good thing.
そこまでだ。
物がぶら下がってるな。あれを敵に落としたら。
一掃する。
うまいぞ、ジョーカー。ナイスだ。さすがね。
よし。はっ。ふんはっ。
あれは何？調べてみましょう。ま、そこそこだな。
せい。せい。せい。ふん。
依頼はこんな感じだ。
足りないか。
さて、
うん。
Good thing I saved the point then. Now it's a bit
怪盗
enough.
は宝箱を見逃さ。ああ、何入ってる？ほほう、
撃ち抜く。
これはいいな。
撃ち抜く。ふん。ほっ。よ
social right. I mean, it's a
シャドウを確認。慎重に行こう。
研ぎ澄ませ。見える。撃ち抜く。
祝福が弱点だ。パパッと片付けよう。
はっ
敵の攻撃が来る。みんな備えて。
いただいていく。
勘弁するやつがいるな。白熱をお見舞いしてやれ。敵減ってきた。もう少しだよ。楽勝楽勝。どんどん進もう。
あれは
there's just no way for me to do a sneak attack over here though. Oh my goodness. I thought there is a way to do sneak attack.
シャドウを発見。どうする？
Why is it that over here then
研
it
ぎ澄ま
became...
せ。
When I go near it became dark, but when I go here it became bright. I had no idea.
何かの役に立ちそうだな。
今ならいけるな。奇襲仕掛けるか。
暴いてやる。
Amazing.
このままやっちゃおう。
倒れろ。
うまいぞジョーカー。ナイスだ。いい動きだったわ。
チャンスだ。
あと少し。さあ片付けましょう。敵がかわいそうだな。よし、どんどん行こう。
よし、
もうなん
シャドウの
かな。
気配はないな。
You think it's easy? Oh, check. Yes! I got a freaking shot from this guy.
実験に関わった人物の声か。まさに阿鼻教官だったな。
God. Oh my god.
本当に勘弁して。
Oh my goodness, I thought, what the hell is that? Seriously, why do they even add a jump scare here though? I'm not gonna select that again. What the hell? Oh god. There's nothing. Is that top? No. Oh, over here.
ねえ、ここってさ、AI の研究所なんだよね。
そのはずだが、設備を見るにまるで人体実験場だな。
人体実験？
ここのキングが現実の研究所をそう認知してるってことになるが。
胸くそ悪いぜ。
Okay, let's check. remind me?
コンテナがたくさん。何が入ってるんだろう。
人一人は優に入れる大きさだな。
Oh.
よしだぞ。
一掃する。
うまいぞジョーカー。ナイスだジョーカー。敵はまだ来るっぽいぞ。力温存しとけ。成長してる敵がいる。疾風が格列で追撃だ。
チャンスだ。
敵はあと少しだ。畳みかけろ。白熱が弱点だぞ。一気に決めちゃえ。
ペルソナー。うまい。
弱点にヒット。すごいなジョーカー。
But what is all this container though? I don't think there's anything here.
Takarabako 発見。開けてみよう。いいね。もっと欲しい。
What did I just get again? This seriously, sometimes they just go very fast to the point that I can't even see properly what they are just getting. It is a freaking huge map, for goodness sake.
交代だ。
ガツンといっちゃって。
見える。
Okay. Let's check.
チェックポイントを発見。記録しましょう。
そこまでだ。
Ah, he's got.
いいものがあるな。シャドウ、出てくるんだ。
行くぞ。マルキリー、メカトン経由、ガネーシャ。いただいていく。
ナイスジョーカー。弱点にヒット。おお、かっこいい。
いただいていく。
素早さが低下してるよ。
ツインベイブ、低い姫、ミトラス、レギオン、ナーガ、マルキリー。
このままやっつけてしまおう。了解。ありがとうね。一掃しましょう。骨身に染みたでしょ。白熱が弱点だぞ。
Actually, it's a good thing because some of the monsters are weak to Queen then. Even though Queen is afraid of them, I guess.
レッツショータイム。ジョーカーやっちゃえ。
またボイスレコーダーか。
聞いてみましょう。研究所の謎が解けるかもしれないわ。
産方所長、もうやめましょう。こんな実験危険すぎます。それがあの方からの命令だ。実際に人間でテストしなくてはシステムは完成しない。ですが実験に島民を巻き込むなんて。
やっぱこの島がおかしくなったのはここの実験のせいかよ。
産方所長と言っていたな。一人はキングの産方修造ということか。
あの方からの命令。
願いを奪われた人間がどうなるか所長もご存知でしょう。すでに認知世界を利用しさまざまな問題を解消している組織もあるらしい。我々が遅れを取るわけにはいかん。この計画がなれば理想の社会が実現するのだ。私はあの方の命令に疑問など持っていない。人を奴隷にするシステムの先にどんな理想があるというのです。この計画は信託なんかじゃない。兵器、いやそれよりずっとおぞましいものだ。
おぼろげだが全容が見えてきたな。
ああ、この研究所じゃジェイルの研究や改心の実験が行われていた。
その実験に島の人たちが利用されていた。
モニタリングうんぬんってメールもあったしな。
信託とも言ってたね。それがオペレーションオラクルのこと。でもそれとエマがどう結びつくのかしら。
謎だな。エマの役割は一体何なんだ。
それに所長って人が話してたあの方っていうのも気になる。
おそらく
あ
この
の
事件の
方。
黒幕。
いよいよ尻尾見えてきたってか。
とにかくまずは願いだ。ソフィーの言う声も気になるしな。先に進もうぜ。
それがあの方がですがね、我々が人を奴隷にするしこの計
シャドウの気配感知。変わって。うん、わかった。
Why am I click on? Oh well. Yeah, I guess.
シャドウがいるわね。慎重に行きましょう。バトンタやってみる。
つけておこう。
Save first. I can see the yellow shadow over there though. But the glass is... I need to wait for the monster to come here. But the monster can also disappear.
Yoshi, いけるぞ。
Okay.
しまおうだぜ。よし、やってしまおう。せい、やばいな。みんなで殴ればすぐに済む。やっ、格下だな。物理の効かない相手だ。マジめんどいな。敵、あとちょっと。一気にやっちゃおう。かけろ、やばいな。クイーンの様子がいつもと違う。何かあったのか？誰でも向き不向きがあるってことかな。よろしくね。オーケー。よっやっはっはっやっよっそれ、そこか。シャドウがいるわ。気をつけて。相手は気づいてないな。シュー、いけるぞ。こっちが有利だ。みんな焦るだよ。オールオン、レッツショータイム。ジョーカー、やっちゃえ。また一つ技を学んでしまった。
時のダメージがReplace with that then.
終わったのか？邪魔だぞ。うん。次も頼むぞ。シャドウの姿はそこがないみたいね。はっ。
おお、宝箱がある。俺は見逃せん。
これはいいものだ。
What kind of insane human experiment are they doing in this place though?
ゲットだ。
Okay, this is right. A nice place to fight again, I guess.
ボイスレコーダーか。これで3つ目だな。
島民の願いや謎の声も気になるが、事件の真相につながっている可能性もあるな。そうだね。早速聞いてみよう。何これ。やべえなこいつ。とうとう壊れたか。
願いを渡せだと。 いばかりか、私の願いまで。だから私をキングの試験体に初めから軍物にするつもりで。
キングの試験体？
私はまんまと騙され、哀れなピエロとして踊っていた。だが渡さんぞ。私の願いは私のものを誰にも渡してなるものか。
は？
おいおい、大丈夫かこれ。
What happened to that guy though?
はあ、普通の様子じゃないな。
願いを奪われるような話をしていたな。一体何が起きているんだ。
先に進んでみるしかないわね。
やっぱり声が聞こえてくる。私を知ってるのか？
ソフィー、あんま考えすぎになって。
ああ、悩むより行動だ。スカルみたいに頭は空っぽでいい。
そうそう、俺みたいにってうるせえわ。
Can't break that last one. Guess we have to really take this path then. What is the purpose of this huge space here when...
所長さん、あの後はどうなったんだろう。
かなり追い詰められている様子だった。いい想像はできないな。
ここの所長も利用されてたんだね。アリスみたいに黒幕がいるなら野放しにできない。早く真相を突き止めたいわね。宝箱じゃん、ラッキー。
いい、満足だ。お、なんかあるぞ。
そこそこの収穫かしら。シャドウ発見。注意して。よし、正体を見せよう。
What the? That's quite a big guy.
敵はまだ来る。気力の温存をおすすめする。
Hello, Kira-chan, Kongame. Oh, sure day. Ami Baba, you have a game for us. The game is called Amika Kita no Quiz. What kind of quiz are we having though?
チャンスだ。
Kira-chan.
メカトン経由ガネーシャンウィーンメイブ。食らえ。
敵が減ってきたら助けましょう。
Kira-chan, what kind of quiz do you have in mind?
頼られた。このまま一層だ。本当強いぞ。祝福も効かないから注意して。やめろするよ。
This is a question that we all know.
パンサー華麗につなげたな。どんどん行くよ。やけどするよ。これで最後とどめ。
Make spell ABC, make it Ame. Imagine if instead of pronouncing it as Ame, it's pronounced as it's a me.
シャドウの反応はないな。
It's a me. It's not. It's not Ame. It's a me.
いいじゃないいいじゃない。
What should I think of a question card? That's a very good question. Yeah, so this kid.
強敵だ。みんな気をつけろ。
Oh my goodness, this looks disgusting. Now I can understand why already.
ジョーカーやっちゃえ。
Ush, itte!
ガチだからね。これでしょ。強敵だな。
いいじゃないか。What should I think of?
ツインメイブ食らえ。
さすがジョーカー。華麗だな。
奪え。
すごいぞジョーカー。かっこいい。
来い。食らえ。
ナイスジョーカー。弱点にヒット。かっこいいじゃん。
いただいていく。倒れろ。一掃する。倒れろ。
さすがジョーカー。紙一重だ。
奪え。行くぞ。
あれ使っていいか。オーケー。やってみる。やっつけろ。強敵だが祝福属性が弱点だ。狙っていけ。ドカンといくぞ。ソフィーやばいぞ。その調子でガンガンやっちゃえ。いい調子ねソフィー。そこで。
いやいやいやいや、いっていっていっていっていっていって。
了解。手前状態の敵がいるぞ。チャンスだ。ぶったたけ。
行くぞ。
クイーン撤退。回復はできそうか。
これで。
あ、いや、て。
ペルソナ。この手で行く。
連動が効くよ。やっちゃえ。あれ。
Why is this guy so
いただいていく。
tanky?
無駄だ。
見事だ。やっちゃうよ。華麗にやっちゃう。バッチリ決まったね。あいた。
あ、いってや。
ペルソナ。
Let's go to Sophia. Heal everyone.
最適解だ。ありがとう。
あ、いって。
サポートするよ。オーケー。ありがとう。こりゃまずい。どうだみんな。ナイス追撃だソフィー。まだまだいけるぞ。出てこい。そこか。こいつって弱い。気をつけろ。受けてみろ。やっつけろ。
Make a PowerPoint of the question. Sukoshi.
ソフィー出番。
You know, I was actually got already in my mind a question.
ショータイムだ。
What is?
行くぞ。フルパ
I was like thinking, what is the most famous? What is the most favorite phrase that Amekakita love to say?
やるぞ。役に立つぞ。ありがとうね。パワーチャージ。出てこい。クイーンの攻撃力が落ちてるよ。みんな気力が減ってるな。無理は禁物だぞ。はあ。あいつ任せて。オッケー。弱点をついたな。パンサーまだいけるぞ。
Okay, Chan, what is the most what is the popular, what is the favorite thing that I always say every single day?
綺麗なバラにはトゲがあんの。パンサーかっこいい。見とれちまったぞ。これはご褒美。クイーンがダウンだ。しない。ケルソだ。バトンだ。
任せろ。
Kira-chan, you still there?
強敵だが祝福属性が弱点だ。狙っていけ。
一歩する。来い。低い姫。ミトラス。食らえ。
ジョーカー強敵を撃破。さすが。
Kira-chan, masu.
最後の記録を残す。私は過ちを犯した。ジェイルシステムは決して人類の救済などにはなり得ない。
随分と弱々しい声になったな。
奴はキングさえも
I'm not
操り
getting some Kongame.
全てを手に入れるつもりで。
You want to come in? 入っていいよ。なるほどな。Well, right now I'm just gonna slowly take my time playing Persona 5 Striker or Scramble, or however you call it.
私の行っていた研究の正体だったのだ。このままでは
Yeah, I saw some of the presentation point. I guess I can understand what they want, but at the same time, I was like thinking maybe we should talk what is the thing we should what is the thing they really want though.
全てを奪われる前にせめて私自身の手
Maybe
で
we should talk about that when I'm not streaming on the YouTube. Right now I'm streaming on YouTube though. Welcome back, Kira-chan. Actually, I was thinking of one question. Why is one of my favorite phrase that I always tend to say every single time?
キングさえも操り。
I mean, Kira-chan, you want to create a question. Like, what is my favorite phrase that I always like to say every single time? Kira-chan, you know the answer?
よくわかんねえけど、所長ってやつ。
Anyone know
だ
the
いぶ追い
answer?
詰められてるみてえだな。
What's the thing that I always say every single day
考えたくないけど
whenever I stream?
終止符
When
って
people come to my
まさ
stream,
か
I always say this thing.
どうかしたのソフィー
Hello everyone, how is your day? Oh my god, you actually got it! Yes, actually the right answer is how's your day? Misty-san on YouTube had write the answer out. Don't include that. I mean, isn't that what I always say? Like whenever people come to my podcast, and I always say, hello there, how's your day? Isn't that what I always tend to say, Kira-chan? You see, even Mr. Sang got it correct. What can you say? It's a catchphrase. Well, I mean, you can call it a catchphrase if you want. Kong Ame, how's your day? You gonna answer? I mean, technically, I still have to give a point to Misty-san because Misty-san had answered it first on YouTube. What were you thinking? I mean, like that. Okay, how about let's come up with another question. Funny thing is,
違いない。
asking myself what kind of question that is related to me and coming out with it is kind of weird though. How about this way? What is the last picture of a food that I post on Twitter? Anyone who follow my Twitter will know the answer. I hardly use the E janai desu ka unless, I mean, it's not always I tend to use E janai desu ka.
よし行っ
I
てみ
mean,
よう
it
ぜ
depends on the situation though. I mean, every single day, I always tend to say, "How's your day?" I won't. There will be day that I won't say "E janai yo." You gotta open your Twitter now.
ずいぶん気力が減ってるな。そろそろ帰還するか。
What's the last thing I eat?
シャドウ
I mean, what's the last picture I post? The food picture that I post on. That's one thing that might get people wondering. 何か Probably cold soba. Why are you thinking cold soba? The answer is, what was the thing that I ate last night? Oh no, it's the last one. Oh yes, is a hot dog. It's like a hot dog. With onion on it. It's a very simple dish, right?
記録は大事だぞ。
Hot
シャ
dog.
ドウがいる要注意だ
What is the thing why you
さてと
my turn? Let's see. Before, okay, this one I think I talked about this before. See whether you guys can remember. When I first started streaming, what was the thing that I mentioned in my first stream? I mean, when I first started streaming as a before I start VTuber, I mentioned about this as when I was streaming as a liver. What kind of podcast did I first started out with? What is Kira-chan's favorite phrase she say all the time? Kape-sama.
ごきげんようトリックスター
Okay, not the one where it's not the first stream on the YouTube, but basically when I first started with IT, what is the thing that I did in my first stream on reality? Let me phrase it that way better. I talked about this before. When I first started out as a in reality, what is the kind of stream I used to do in the past? I mentioned this a few times before.
合体を行うのですね新たな力が得られるようです
Teaching everyone Japanese? Nope. I wasn't that. What? It wasn't that. Yeah, it's a Japanese stream, but I mentioned this before though, Kira-chan.
このペルソナでよろしいです。生まれ変わりなさい。
Anyone don't remember? Okay, then when I first started out in reality, I do weird voice stream. Yeah, babe. My face freeze on YouTube. My face freeze on the YouTube. Yep, babe. It disappeared on me. Dotting stream. It was making weird. It was making weird noise in my stream when people come to my podcast. It was a Japanese stream, yes, but the thing is that I was speaking in weird voices. So in a sense, the right answer is talking in weird voices or making weird noise. My avatar disappeared. ちょっと待ってや。Yeah, babe. It's not linking up. Oh dear. Oh. Okay, I'm back.
ゆっくりお考えください。
What is another question can I think out of? How about this way? Name 3 games I mentioned before that I used to play when I was young. I mentioned that I love these game the 3 type of game before. There is 3 type of I used to play a lot in the past. I mentioned these 3 games before, so see whether you guys can still remember.
探してきたぞ。
A lot. I mentioned that. Okay, I mentioned there is actually a few games I like a lot, and I used to play them a lot when I was young. So the thing is that what is the game that I like to play a lot in the past that I'm playing even right now? Their franchise. It's all of them got their franchise, but name at least 3 of them.
お悩みですか？
Kirajang, you already know one of them already. And the hint right now is also what another hint will be what am I playing right now. I wouldn't really say Final Fantasy, but I won't deny that I like Final Fantasy. But the thing is, Final Fantasy is not close to the game that I like to play a lot though in the past. Although I would say Final Fantasy is
お
probably the
悩みです
answer.
か？
but I would say top 3. The top 3 that I always talk about them a lot though. Rhythm games? Specifically name what kind of rhythm games though? Pacific, what kind of rhythm game? It has to be the franchise. The name of the franchise of the game. Right now, okay, let me give you guys a hint. What is the game I'm playing right now? Oh, Project Diva franchise. Yes, Project Diva is one of my favorite game I used to play, and I thought about this when I was doing my Project Diva stream that I used to play Project Diva a lot. Joker, Persona 5. Okay, Persona games is one thing, but what is the Pacific of Persona games? Before Persona game, what is the name of the game that what is the name of the franchise? But the answer is definitely you guys know the answer already. It's what Persona is one of them, but it has to be one Pacific one that I always talk a lot. It starts with Shin.
ゆっくりお考えください。
Shin.
合体を行うのですね。新たな力が得られるようです。
Shimagumi Tensei yo. It's Shimagumi Tensei, guys. I talk about this a lot. Shimagumi.
ゆっくりお考えください。
It's Shimagumi Tensei. If you guys just is the English name for it will be Demon Summoner. Yeah, I don't want to sacrifice this Naga for this though. But it's Shimagumi Tensei. Okay, one. Now you guys know the. I talk about Project Diva already. I talk about Shimagumi Tensei. There is actually 3 more to go. But what is the one more answer that you guys need to come up with? Project Diva I already talked already. Project Diva is already given by Misty San on YouTube comment. So Monhan kana. So tired. Yes, the last one is Monster Hunter franchise. Is that I already talked about this before. I play a lot of Monster Hunter in the past, so Monster Hunter is one of my favorite too. Now let me tell you guys what is 2 more of the franchise that I used to play a lot in the past. Tales of the series as well as Pokemon. Pokemon franchise and the Tales of series franchise. These 2 is also part of the series that I used to play a lot. So if anything that you guys need to ask, I always play Monster Hunter a lot. I used to play Tales of the something series a lot. I used to play Pokemon a lot. I used to play Project Diva a lot. Final Fantasy sometimes tamani wa. Legend of Zelda series. I didn't play all of them. I have to say this out loud, Killer-chan. I didn't play all of them. I think I only play a few of them only. But that is only just a few of them. I have not played most of them, so I cannot say I'm into Zelda. I don't hate it. It's just that I wasn't that into it at that at that point of time. Tales of Wakarana. There is Tale of Beast, Tale of World, Tale of Renault. So there is a lot of Tales series. That's why I call it the Tales of series. It's really one of the game series that I used to play a lot, you know, Kilachang. That's why when it comes to Tales of something, right, I used to play a lot of that, and it depends on which one we are referring to.
強化をご所望ですね。
But I can assure you guys is that I used to play a lot of those, even Pokemon. It's like Pokemon franchise, the Monster Hunter franchise, the Project Diva franchise, Shin Megami Tensei franchise, as well as what was the last one again? Final Fantasy franchise. It's just that I wouldn't say Final Fantasy franchise a lot because I skipped a few number myself. I only played a few of them, so I don't. I was only say those that I play every single series. But Pokemon, no, I haven't played Pokemon for quite a long while though. What kind of game does Kira-chan like? A lot though. Quite a lot to be honest.
ではご武運を。
I mean, when I was playing Kirby, you are Jelly. When I play Monster Hunter, you are Jelly. Oh my god. The monsters start appearing so fast already. Are those ghosts?
まだ気づかれてないよね。奇襲仕掛ける？
Name one type of game that you like the most. Hmm.
おお、チャンスだな。
You like the most, Kirby?
恐怖で動けない敵がいるな。連動属性が効果的だぞ。レッツショータイム。クイーンぶっ飛ばしちゃえ。
さすがに減ってきたな。一気にやっちまおうぜ。
I had no idea though, Kira-chan.
余裕の勝利ってやつか。
しゃあ、この調子で行こうぜ。
シャドウいたよ。どうする？ターゲットロックオン。行くか。敵は大
Something that is opposite that I like. Something that is opposite of what I like.
火炎は効かない。注意な。
任せた。
オーケー。敵の攻撃が来る。みんな備えて。シャドウもそろそろ打ち止めだ。一気に片付け。
What is it though, Kira-chan?
どうだ。
筆を洗うよりたやすい。
次もうまくいくといいね。
I mean, you hardly. I don't remember you saying which one you like though. That's the thing. Obviously, of what I like. Shooting game. Feel it.
シャドウだ。注意しろよ。宝箱を見つけたぞ。
A shooting game.
中身は見てのお楽しみだ。
Then I think I can understand already.
奇襲いけそうだな。どうする？
FPS, Kira-chan like FPS game. Yeah, then I think I understand because I don't really like to play FPS game.
祝福属性はダメだ。他の技を使ってくれな。敵が力をためてるみたい。
あ、やべえ。
に気をつけて。敵が減ってきた。このままやっつけてしまおう。
Okay, let's see.
終わったね。それじゃ行きましょうか。
I think this one is one of the easier answer I can think out of. what? I think I thought about this a few times, quite a few times. But
シャドウ発見。
what's my current part-time job? what's what's Amikakita's current part-time job in real life? That I thought sometime. Oh my god, this is a confusing puzzle though, if I'm not careful enough. Anyone knew the answer?
シャドウがいるよ。気をつけて。
What's that question again? What's my current part-time job? Dishwasher, yes.
この位置いけるよ。
My current part-time job is a dishwasher. Washing dishes. Let's see another question I can think out with. For Papa, a dishwasher. Another simple question I can think out of. Did I talk about this before? Oh. I'm not sure whether I talked about this before. Did I mention before why do I tend to eat at home, cook my own food and eat at home instead of eating out? Did I mention about this before? Never mind. I will come up with a lot of answer for you guys. Then you guys go and think of the question. Avoiding the virus. Avoiding the virus is one thing. But I think I mentioned about this before. I think I mentioned it before. It was
間合いに入った。チャンスよ。
cheaper is one of them. Cheaper is definitely one of them. Avoiding virus, I think, yeah, I think that can be another answer. But there is one more main answer I tend to. There is also one more reason that I tend to cook on my own is that I'm a better cook. Nah, I won't say myself a better cook. I won't call myself a better cook, but I would say that it tastes much better when you cook your own food. I would say that it's what you taste your own cook your own food that you cook your own will taste better. That's why I
いい
think
ものが手に入ったわね。
to not get cold. I'm not sure about that.
シャドウ発見。この距離なら奇襲可能だ。やっちゃうやっちゃう。やっリソースマシャ白熱が弱点だぞ。一気に決めちゃえ。
I mean, like you guys can just remember the answer is I'm not sure about getting cold thing, but I will just say that like Miss Tisan already said two of the answer. One is the avoiding the virus cheaper, and then it's much cheaper when you cook your own food. And one more is that it actually tastes much. When you cook your own food, it's actually much tastier because the effort of cooking the food, and I mean when you cook your own food, it's like you're putting your heart into it. I mean, you guys already saw sometimes when I do cooking podcast, right? Doesn't they look so tasty?
シャドウがいるぜ、気をつけろよ。
Is that such a controversial question? I wonder, is there any more thing I can... Oh, there is the glass. Okay, how about let's come out with more question. Maybe you guys can then play the next question next time. If anyone asks me what I have, oh yes, I think I was going to talk about this today. I almost forgot about it. Today I went out for something else important. Is that it was actually in regard to I can say it's in regard to my visa. The reason for that is that the reason why I say that is because I actually have to prepare some documents, stuff, and whatsoever for that and due to that I was actually busy, kind of busy. Yup, Dana. Seriously, why this game have a I'm dodgeable, but the one thing is I got a shot and the shot freeze my avatar again. My avatar is freeze again. ちょっと待ってな。ちょっと待ってな。The app crashed on me. Yeah, avatar crashed on me. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let's think of more questions that I can give you guys.
シャドウ発見したぜ。どうする？願いの匂い。
いけるぞ。
いやない。
今のうちらなら楽勝だね。この調子でゴーだ。気力が少ないメンツがいるな。なくなる前に引き上げろよ。ここからなら奇襲できるわね。速攻でやりましょう。
瞬殺だぜ。チャンスだ。
克服属性はダメだ。他の技を使ってくれない？
clue.
レギオンナーガマルキリーデカトンケイガネーシャ
素敵あと少しだね一気に倒しちゃおう
Who is Ami Papa favorite singer? There's quite a lot though. But I will, if I have to give an answer, I'm not sure you guys know about her though. That's the thing.
次も頑張りましょう。あれなんだろう。
But there is, it's not a VTuber. The if I have to give an answer, there is. I would definitely say one character only.
ここだこの先から声が聞こえてくる
And that is May N.
よし敵はいないな先行こうぜ
Yuichi, yes, I do like her song though. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like when I know about her song when she sing the song for Lord Horizon, she became one of my favorite. Lisa, who sing Sword Art Online Demon Slayer song, yup, she's also one of my favorite. But there is one definite favorite that get me hooked into Japanese singer is only her, and that is May N. Because when I talk about this before, but I may or may not talk about this before in the past, but I will say it one time here again, is that I like May N's song, and the thing is that her song is what got because she was the first when I went for her the anime concert at the time, I went for her concert for the first time. It got me interested into Japanese singer, and in a sense I would say I like her. She is one of my all-time favorite singer, May N. M-A-Y and then one more N, May N. Like, yeah, she is really one of my all-time favorite singers. So if anything about that, I would just say that yeah, May N-san is my all-time favorite singer. I mean, like, yeah, if I never went to a concert, I might not even think about anime song, you know, guys. So in a sense, she is one of the favorite singer. I mean, there is also other singer that I like Angela. Yeah, Angela is also one of my favorite. Gardenia is also one of my favorite too. Jam Project, I do like them. I mean, like, there is Jam Project. And there is also quite a lot though, but despite all of them, right, I always list always one as my top, and that is May N. No matter what. Even if there is new singer like the one who sing Kira Kira Ado-san, yeah, I will still have to play May N first.
よしやるぞちゃんと守ってくれよ仕掛けるぞみんな守ってくれな視力が少なくなっているぞジョーカー気をつけろ奪え連動が効果的だ苦戦する相手じゃないぞ援軍をやれお任せパンサー素敵だどんなもんよ炎上している敵がいるななんか確率が効果的
Kira Mosuki? How can Ame Papa don't like Kira Kyang? If I actually say what is the first video stream I ever did, that would be the most funny question ever though.
隠した相手だな油断しなければ楽勝なはずだぞ私を手こずらせるやらないよかったショータイム見せてジョーカー
is Monster Hunter. It's actually in my YouTube. Anyone who go to the first video I did in the past is Monster Hunter stream. And actually, if you guys actually hear some of the voice in my voice at that time, it's totally different from now, you know, guys. Actually, we watched some of my old Monster Hunter stream in the past, and I was like, the funny thing is, I was like, when I hear my voice in that time of that time, I was like, did I sound so dead at that when I first streamed? I mean, Papa Chu. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just playing games slowly, quietly. Like, I mean, like, the past me is really, really chill and playing the game. Don't really talk much though. I don't even understand how I even played so quietly at that time though. That line that you remember is? Damn it, oh dear. Maybe we should set a question. What is the thing that when something goes south that I make love to say? what is the thing that Ame will say when thing goes south? And the answer will be, oh dear. Oh dear. Holy, oh my goodness me. Oh yes, there is such a thing that I always say though. Holy, oh my goodness me. That is only when I normally say during the ring fit, right? During exercise, during the ring fit, I always say, "Oh my holy goodness me." I mean, when thing goes up, I mean, yeah, definitely that will be one of the things I will say really. That's why you know him the best. Naruhodo. The one thing you remember is in Ring Fit is meow meow. What, Kira-chan? Wait, what is that now, Sophia?
今の声一体どこから？
お前は誰だ？私は人の真の願いを叶える存在。
They're trying to make animal sound. Oh god, Kira-chan, don't forget what I did at that time though. I really want to delete that video though. But the thing is that I can't because it's part of the 100 days. Damn it! I can't delete that video because it's part of the 100 days. Yeah. And the animal the making animal sound challenge, that is one of the worst one though. It's just so yabai in so many ways though. There is also the no mounting challenge, I still remember about that.
そこに現れたあなたに興味があります。
キングが失われた。では、あの所長は。
そうか。このジェイルはキングが不在だったんだ。だから鳥かごの入り口も開いてて、 いろいろとイレギュラーが
No
起きて
morning
た。
channel backgrounding. Why do you? Why did I set those challenge in the past? I don't remember anymore. Although right now, lately I only been doing normal exercise though. Just burn 200 calories each day.
私を知ってたから話しかけてきたわけじゃ
ナナさん、
ないのか。
こんあめ元気か？今はちょっとよく私ゲームやってるんですけど、英語で配信すると思います。久しぶりだね。元気か？最近はどうだ？私、普通には今よく、まあ昔はよく私、日本語で配信するけど、でも今はよく英語で配信するけど。ごめんな。Oh, I mean, I haven't do Japanese podcast in a long while though. So, 本当？そうならいいじゃん。まあいけるけど。
ソフィア、あなたは何者ですか？
ソフィア、あなたの飲み物ですか？
私は人の良き友人だ。
ちなみに私今ペルソナ5ストライカーやってるけど。Then let's do Japanese only challenge. So I have to speak only Japanese, and if I speak one English, I will have to stop the stream or something.
良き友人？ AI であるあなた
Yes.
が良き友人となってどうするのですか？
どう
For an hour. Yeah, very nice. If people who don't even know Japanese come to my podcast, and if anyone who English, I always reply, it. Hello there, how's your day? できるけど、でもな、How's your day はなんかちょっと日本語は元気か？まあ、元気かでなんかちょっと変じゃないですか。じゃあ、改めて、キラちゃん、こんあめ元気か？いやー、なんかちょっと変だよ。
それは
そう。頑張ります。じゃあ、今ちょっとだな、Okay, before I start, even if anything happen, I will not end the stream. It's just only testing out for a while, okay? じゃあ、今から日本語で配信するよ。わかんないなら皆さんごめんなさいよ。いやー、どうすればいいな。まあ、私、普通には日本語で喋っているけど、でも、日本語がわかんないの方にはどうすればいいかな。私は
残念です、ソフィア。
今始める？ちょっとだけだよ。ちょっとだけ。まあ、if I don't mind just splitting half to half though.
そのような AI に存在する価値はありません。
It depends on how you want me to speak in Japanese. だって、どのくらいの日本語で喋りたいかわかんないんですけど、じゃあ私頑張りますよ。できるかどうかわかんないんですけど、でもなんか今その声で言い方かなってなんかちょっと変と思いますよ。The way I speak, trying to speak in Japanese using that accent sounds so wrong in so many ways.
あなたは無価値なバグ。問いかけに値しない存在です。
私は無価
どうかな。
そう、
まあ、あん
無
まり、
骨です。
私、あんまり喋れてないね。昔、まあ、最初に私に、YouTube の VTuber になる前に、配信するときは、なんかちょっとよく日本語で喋れてで。I'm happy with English because you are studying English conversation. そうだね。ナナさん、昔、よく英語で勉強できるですよね。like, I have not speak in, I have not do Japanese podcast in a long while. Um, like in the past, I tend to use Japanese podcast because variety at that time was actually only having Japanese server. Can Koneko san Kongame, how's your day? Right now I'm playing Persona 5 Scramble or Striker, depending on how you call it.
あなたには理解できないでしょう。
てめえ、さっきから聞いてりゃベラベラベラベラ うちのソフィーにずいぶん好き勝手言ってくれてんじゃねえか。
Oh my god, this guy! Oh my goodness! あ
面出す度胸もねえ。陰湿陰険ジメジメ
キラちゃんはひどいですね。ひどいかな。I wonder. ちなみにかなは英語に I wonder. Oh, thank you for the canned coffee. So in case anyone need to know in Japanese when people say と思います is pronounced as I think, but sometimes when they say どうかな it's like I wonder. So this is one of the words that you guys can learn if you want to say I wonder about it. どうかな I wonder. Bit slowly. かなはこの英語ですよ。その言葉ですよ。I wonder かな。どうかな。どうかな。I wonder。
スカル、
バグだ無価値だんなことてめえに決められる筋合いはねえ。
そうだね。また何かあるかな。I wonder what is that?
ソフィーは大事な仲間だ。それがすげえんだ。それが一番なんだ。
考えて中そうですよね。I wonder は、と思いますと考えての意味がありますから、基本的には、よく使ったの言葉は、かなは、I wonder の意味のは、なんかちょっと、思考中、考えて中の感じも言えるから、だから、I wonder は、どうかないけるかな ?I wonder if I can do it その感じで、だから、かな英語にはよく翻訳するのは、I wonder。もう一つは、みんなよく間違えるのは、と思いますは、I think は、と思いますの近くもあります。と考えますは、I think とか、もう一つは、in my opinion あるいは、my opinion と、あるいは、I consider よくあります。はい、キラちゃん、そのタイプありがとう。Why is my app? Why is the last view not working though? Oh dear. はいはい。そんな感じでメモしていいよ。Seriously, this is getting problematic that I can't use my avatar at the moment. Apparently, there is some technical issue on my YouTube right now, so my avatar is gone. But with that say, with that say, since I can't use my avatar at the moment, I have to use a still face for now. Where's my still face? Okay, let's use this one. あるいは or maybe in other words or あるいはかあるいは英語にはおだけじゃなくて in other words だけもじゃなくてあるいは英語よく使うのは maybe or の方がいいかな。だってまあ基本的にはあるいはもう一つよく使ったの or maybe いやそのかもしれない。基本的にはあるいはこれかあるいはこれか。英語には or はよく使います。でももう一つは maybe or maybe の方がいいかも。だって決めることはないから、だからおもいける。だっておにはおあは日本にはとかかあるいはまたは全部の意味がありますし、だからもしおならよく使うのはもういけるけど、でもどの時を使うのは近くにはあるいはもしあるいはだね、either 何々お何々その方がいいかもしれない。だってあるいはこれかあるいはこれか、一つの中に一つの方を選んで、だからその時はこれかあるいはこれか、その時は英語には either this or that, either bread or rice あるいは何々、つまり either or そのと either or はよくあるいは2つの使った方がいいかもしれない。そんな感じ。
外野がどこ行ってんじゃね
え either or do you prefer いやそのじゃなくてdo you want to eat rice or bread? Either rice or bread. So either は2つの選択に1つ選んだときはこれかあるいはこれか either or つまり2つの選択肢に1つ選んだときは either or に either は追加するの方がいいかもしれない。なんかちょっと何々かあるいはこれかどっちか、そんな感じ。つまりこれですかこれですか either or その その時は一つ選んだ時は either or なんとかなんかとかそんないけるけどでももともと近くのはあるいはとかとかとかなんとかあとかまあとかもいたけどとかとあるいはまたはそんな感じな。
だが今は許す。バカバカ。
あなたたちの主張が理解できません。
ムカついたんならとっとと出てこい。ぶちのめしてやる。
いやとかはキラちゃんとかにはcan be used in word because とか is basically the word and or together. In Japanese, when we use とか何パンとかご飯とかラーメンとか in a sense that we use there is two way of saying there is two few way to saying it's like 麺やラーメンやご飯や何か好き麺ラーメンやご飯やor we can even say in this way ラーメンとかご飯とか but the thing is that it depends on which one you tend to use in the sense that ya and toka had almost the same meaning. It's basically and or. And normally toka is based off the word to and ka. So it's technically in a sense is that it can either mean and or and something or it can mean or something depending on the concept of the sentence. But often more than not, it always tend to mean and something because we are referring in something in one shot. It's the same thing as 何々たり何々たり歩いてたりご飯を食べたり何々たりするします。So in a sense that toka is based on the word or and together. So it's normally towards and instead of or. Unless you want to say and in the case like example, what do you have? Oh, ramen, chashu ramen とか、そういうラーメンとか。It's like that is when you get there is and or something. Do you prefer this or do you prefer that or do you want this and that? So it depends. It depends on the concept of how you use the toka. But often more than not, it means and or some the meaning because it's based off the word to and ka. But we tend to use toka in 何々とか何々とか何々とか So it depends on how you use it, but it's often more than not if I have to translate it would mean and or something.
我が輩たちが相手だ。
答えを与え導く、それができて初めて人を幸福にできる。いずれそれに気づく時が来るでしょう。
どういうことだよ。逃げやがったか。
なんか出てきた。
Oh my god, I have to fight this now. Oh dear.
こいつトラウマルームの。
なんでここにいんだよ。
セキュリティが目を覚ましたみたいだ。来るぞ。
Okay, we are gonna fight this thing now.
万人が来るぞ。構えろ。
おいソフィー、ボケっとすんなよ。一緒にこいつぶっ倒すぞ。
ああ。ソフィー、今はこいつに集中しろ。一網
すまない。
せい。こいつ怖い。気をつけろ。一気に行くわ。
あ、やっべ、I did.
これでどう？容赦しない。
こいつも使うのかよ。
注意しろ。今まで戦った敵と同じ攻撃を使えるみたいだ。よっ、受けてみろ。やっ、邪魔だぞ。ナイス追撃だソフィー。止まったな。
じゃあ友か友か
技の緩急の自在ってわけね。
友達
侮れない相手だわ。行くぞフルター。おおソフィーやるじゃん。かっこよすぎか。やったねソフィー、いい感じ。打たれ強いし攻撃読めないしほんと腹立つ。みんな負けるな。敵をよく観察するんだ。オーケー、ありがとね。サポートするよ。お任せ。
なかなかに多芸だな。次の動きが予測できん。
全部避けるのは難しいわね。守りを強化しておきましょう。
そういうキラちゃん just playing around
ツインメイブキクレ姫ミトラス。うまいソフィー、しっかりしろって。俺らがついてんだろうが。
強敵だな。気合い入れていけ。それ追ってくるぞ。回避しろ。高い場所ならやり過ごせるぞ。その他に飛びつけるか。グッジョブだ。投げよっやっクリーンのパンチに似てる。こいつ学習してるのか。だとしたら厄介だな。
Still got one thing I teach you guys though
召喚くらえ。うまいぞソフィー。手にヒットだ。どんなもんだ。邪魔だぞ。やるぞ。強敵だが祝福属性が弱点だ。狙っていけ。やるソフィーの体力注意してあげて。ラビオショこれで終わり。レッツショータイム。ジョーカーやっちゃえ。かけろ。やばいな。あいつやっていいか。オーケーぶったたく。ソフィーなんかすごいの出た。すごいクラガガツンといっちゃうぜ。
キラちゃん just though let's see ああ
飛び乗れそうだな。うまく使えば敵を翻弄できるぞ。チェンジだな。任せて任せて。おっとこういう強敵だな。気合い入れていけ。えい感激だ。おい頼られた。やっちゃおう。さよならだ。
Still haven't taken out this guy? How tanky is this guy for goodness sake? Okay. Still not down yet.
正体ミトラス。くらえ。
おっすっげえな。任せろ。はっそこか。やっよし万人撃破だ。みんな
Down.
お疲れ。よーし新スキルゲット。
テックさんコンガメイン元気か。今ちょっとパナソナゴーストライカーやってるんですけど、もちろんポイントの頭が取っていいんですよ。ちなみに私よく英語での配信すると思います。
スカ結局あの声って何だったんだよ。
Now that I think about it, I don't. It'll be weird if
だったよね。
Kira-chan, imagine if you guys come up with army no quiz, and it'll be weird if I don't even know the answer myself though. And then everyone will be like, imposter papa, impossible army papa. Imposter. Only the real army will know the answer, but yet the real army don't even know the answer. That would be the weirdest though. おかしいな。おかしいかな。 Imposter! Very sus.
これってまさか。
まさか。
鳥かごが崩れる前兆ね。急いでここを出ましょう。
くそ、いろいろおかしすぎんだろ。
This is the. I mean, what at the amount of CPU over there though?
もうほんと、ここってどうなってんの？
ああ、キングではなく万人を倒して鳥かごが崩壊するとは。
それも
Pull him up to
キングが
space.
いなかったからかもな。
And then I will actually go around and say, Yeah, man, la, la.
まあこれで願いも解放されただろう。島のやつらも元に戻ってるはずだ。
Why, Kira-chan, you want Ame Papa to go and maybe I should play some Among Us again. I have not played Among Us in a long while. Do it next week. The Ameno game. Yeah. Yeah. If you want it, I can set a day for it. Oh, my avatar is back. Now my avatar is
もう
back.
あんな B 級ホラーな思いはまっぴらだ。
みんなごめん。
Okay, okay, how about this way? One of the question where Ame do his ring fit exercise and he said that he didn't want to do squat. How many squat did he do at the end of the stream?
Sophie?
300 plus squat. The answer is 300. He did 200 to 300 squat. 100 usually each time. Yeah, also not wrong though. Whenever I say no, not do when I say let's not do too much squat today, it always end up being me doing a lot of squat.
結局私のことは何もわからな
Or
か
when
った
I say
無駄なことで振り
let's
回
do
し
some
てし
short
まった
exercise, end up being a 1 hour exercise.
そうだよ。それにソフィーのことだって。
And my reaction was like,
きっといつかわかると思う。
hey. Imagine if I go and cut all the weird voice when not I won't say all of them, but basically most of them, and compile them into a short video clip. The sound will be so sassy though.
あ
All the weird voice from day one all the way to the current day. All the weird voice.
あ、それに分かったこともある。
All of them will sound so sassy.
あの声に無価値と言われたら悲しいと感じた。だけどみんなが怒ってくれて今度は嬉しいと感じた。
Imagine when I'm making sassy noise during ring fit. That alone is already very sassy already. Actually, more like not imagine. I've been doing this all this time. Never be like. I think he's already got a GF. one of the question. Ame Kakita, is he a single or is he a single or is he in a relationship or is he married? And the answer will be he's single.
その後はずっと今もポカポカしてる。私には仲間がいる。私は一人じゃないって。
Had a relationship before.
ありがとう。
What's Ame Kakita current
ありがとう。
situation?
スカル、モナ。
I mean, what's Ame Kakita current relationship? Yes, I was in relationship long the past. Long in the past, Killer-chan. It was all in the past, not now, alright?
なんだよ。今更
What with that face?
それかよ。まあ、俺は
When you shout in the comment, had a relationship before, I know. Obviously, I can't deny that because I used to have relationship before in the past. Yeah, I mean, had a relation. I mean, Kakita current situation? Is he a single? Or is he in a relationship? Or is he married already? And the answer would be single, right? Unless you want me to say, is Kita a virgin? That would be so wrong though.
我が輩はスカルを止めようとしただけで。
I was gonna say he is a spirit. Nande! Since when did I became a spirit or a kami-sama? Are you gonna say Ame Papa is a god?
おやおや、二人とも照れてるのか？マスクまで真っ赤よ。
はあ？そんなんじゃねえし。てかマスクは色変わんねえだろ。
モナは黒くてわからんな。
別に照れてねえし。
I miss him. なんでキラちゃん Good thing that Ji-san is not here. Oh dear love guru. What? How many titles are there for me right now? For Ame Papa to Ame Sensei to Ame Papa, Gigi, Ame Mama. Many. Ame Papa, Sencha, Ame Mama. Ame Gigi Sen. That's good. Then, and also there is don't know who go and call me the god of squad. And there is the god of SARS. Ame Baba. What do you think? Sorry, wrong voice. Dearly, you had no idea. Why do people call me Ame Baba? God innocent. Of course, this granny here is a very innocent person. Love Guru. Who was the one who called me Love Guru though? I don't remember calling myself that though. You remember. You remember, and yet I don't remember.
帰ってきたらどっと
Impossible!
てかもう朝じゃん。どうりで眠いと思った。
とりあえずお疲れさん。
You call me that. あ、なるほどな。
で、どうだった？キングはドイツだったんだ。やっぱり島の人間か？マリスのことは。
全吉。もろもろ後で連絡する。今はとにかく寝かせてくれ。
激闘だったみたいだな。
It's not imposter. It's impossible.
ちょっと待ってろ。車の様子を見てきてやる。お前らと違って俺は留守番してただけだしな。これぐらいやるさ。
考えてみりゃ、船旅に海水浴にバーベキューに、そこから一気にジェイルだったからな。さすがに我が輩も疲れたぜ。
疲れたぜ。
前半は遊びだけどね。
だが収穫のあるジェイルだった。
あの鳥かごで聞こえた声、誰だったのかな。
どうせろく
Be
なやつじゃねえ
right
だろ。
back.
ソフィアの
You
声真似
think
なん
I'm
かしやが
gonna
って
let you
よ。
go out that away so fast? No, just kidding. Take your time.
全吉から電話だ。
キャンピングカーに戻ってきて大丈夫だぞ。途中も島の連中は見かけなかった。お前らのおかげかどうかはまだわからんが、とりあえず今は安全そうだ。
よかったわ。じゃあ
It
戻り
seems that I
ましょ
won't be able to return to this map, I think. Or maybe I had no idea.
よく寝た。
つか、なんもかもおかしなジェイルだったよな。
そういえば、なぜあそこでは願いが実体化していたんだ。
予告状出してなかったのにね。
I wonder how many squad I did. Maybe I need to go and check this time.
ああ、そうだ。ボイスレコーダーから察するに、所長は黒幕に願いを渡せと脅されてた。きっとそれが予告状の役割を果たしたんだ。
よ、ゆっくり休めたか。
島の人たちの様子は？
心配ない。みんな正気を取り戻してるみたいだ。至って平和さ。まあ案の定揃いも揃ってここ数ヶ月の記憶が曖昧だって言ってるがな。
はい、なんだってなんじゃって。
そういえばキングがいなかったのに、どうして島の人
I
た
was
ち
just
は
thinking how many squad have I did
私
throughout
たちを
though.
襲ってきたりしたのかな。
And then I'll have to do a check next time how many squad I did. It's already I already did 129 day of ring fit already. Today is 129 already this morning. And then the next one will be 130. This is what I think right now is that I will be doing the day 130, and then I believe it will be the final of the whole ring fit exercise in the adventure, because the next one is already the final boss already. The final boss apparently.
それも含めて実験だったのかもな。
So apparently it seems that it will take me 130 days to do Ring Fit to complete the whole game in the inside. Apparently. Then I'll need. But the thing is that after doing so much, I still have a watermelon belly. Oh, by the way, Gila-chan, one more thing you can add as a question. What did Amekakita did when he got 100 subscribers on YouTube?
あの研究所の所長だ。研究所の崖下で死んでいた。名前は産方修造。業界では有名な AI 研究者だったらしい。
I'm not gonna answer that. You knew the answer and yet you don't want to answer it?
編集はこれからだが、お前らの
You
話から
knew
察
the
するに、
answer
おそら
and
く
you're
自
not
殺
gonna
だ。
answer it, Gila-chan?
自殺。あの人もただ黒幕に騙されてただけなんだよね。
ジェイル実験から逃れるため身を投げた。そんなところか。時間は経過していたが、遺留品があって助かったぜ。
You know,
身元もすぐ
but
に
Think something pale. Chicken leg.
なんつうか
Go and eat. Later you want to eat some fried chicken leg.
おっさんってさ、そういうの淡々と喋れんだな。
あ、そうだな。まあ、そういう仕事だからな。それで、遺留
What
品
is
から
Amika
研究
Kita?
所の鍵が出てきた。これであの中に入れるぞ。
Most hated game gen. What is the thing that Amika Kita hate the most? What kind of game that he hate the most?
鍵って勝手に入っても大丈夫なの？
What kind of game does Amika Kita hate the most? There's only one answer for it.
不法に侵入して手に入れたものじゃ
You know two
消去能
games.
力がないはずでし
No,
ょ？
what is the game genre? What type of game does Amika Kita hate the most?
いや、死体が出た以上、
Horror.
関係施設は
正解
捜査
だ。
する必要がある。入っても大丈夫。
I hate horror game no matter what.
もっとも、もう何も残ってねえ。
You know the one thing is that early in this Persona 5 Scramble, right? There was a jump scare moment that I was like 2 jump scare moments to be exact though.
なんで？
One is because of the voice recorder, and then there is one more is because the monster appeared next to me and I have to run away from it. Like, oh no! And I mentioned earlier during the stream, when you are in a dark place, it's never been a good thing.
しばらく前にトラックが何台も入って慌てて中の荷物を運び出してたって話だ。証拠は消されちまってる可能性が高い。
Flashback the story about his sister playing Bios. Oh god, I haven't even talked. Did I talk about the story about my sister playing Resident Evil? And me watching my sister playing that game. Have I talked about this in YouTube yet? I mean, I talked about this a lot of time during my stream, but I don't think I talked about this on YouTube, right? Mada. Okay, I will just talk this one in YouTube then. What happened was that my sister okay, what happened was that when I talk about Resident Evil is that my sister I don't like when I mentioned I don't like horror games. That include Resident Evil because there is a lot of jump scare moment and you have to kill the I know you can kill the zombie, but the scariness of those zombies is already so freaking scary to the point that I don't like to play Resident Evil, and that's the reason why when people ask me to play Resident Evil, I'm very hesitant because I'm very bad in those type of games. But the thing is, my sister had played Resident Evil 3, 4, 5, and 6, and she played it on using my console back in Singapore. So basically what happened was that my sister played the game, and she always, and the thing is that the PlayStation at the time, it was in my room. It was in my room, so basically my sister had to come to my room to play. And like Resident Evil 5, there is multiplayer, so my sister can play with her friends, so both of them will play in my room. But the thing is that I will be, often more than not, I always tend to stay in my room at the time. So what happened was that when my sister want to play the game, I'll be watching my sister playing the game with her friend, or sometimes when my sister is playing like the single player, I'll be next to her watching my sister play the game. And the thing is, my sister play the game, and whenever she is like, when a monster appear, when a zombie appear, or when anything appears, she just like playing very quietly, just kill the monster. But I'll be next to her, panicking, screaming, shouting like, "Get away from there!" And my sisters and my so it's like if we get, and the thing is that if we were doing the live stream at that time with recording our face, my sister will be playing the game very chillingly, while I'll be playing, like I'll be not even playing the game, and yet I'll be panicking throughout the whole thing. And then there is one time when I asked my sister, why is she not afraid of the zombie? Those are very scary, you know. And I was like, my sister just says this, those zombies look so cute. And I was like, huh? Zombie cute? In what sense is zombie cute? Kawaii じゃないの？怖くないの？かわいい？なんだよや。変だよや。It's like, how is zombie cute though, for goodness sake?
だからといって調べない手はないだろう。何か残ってるかもし
Also
れない。
me, flashback Subaru. Zombie are your fear? The thing is that I don't like the zombie, and yet it's so scary because when they jump out of nowhere, because I mean like the way they jump out of nowhere can be a bit scary, you know, and it can be a bit frightening. But my sister go and say, oh, this zombie looks so cute, and yet you like shooting zombie.
淡々とかいつからだったか。
おい、
なるほどな。
何か見つかったか？
ダメだ。なんも見つかんねえ。ジェイルのジェの字も出てこねえ。
あるのは表向きの報告書ばかり。やっぱり手遅れだったのかしら。今更だけど現場保存とかいいのかな。
I don't like to shoot I don't like to shoot zombie though. Like if you guys notice, when I play Monster Hunter, when I say I like to use Great Sword, Charge Blade, Dual Blade, and Bow, I never like to use heavy bow gun or bow gun. It's like, to me it's like a gun, and I'm never good in using guns.
偶然見つけちまったんなら仕方ねえだろうが。
Walking Dead game, yes. Mad Zombie, yes. Biohazard hard, no. Yeah, Biohazard is very hard though.
今のは聞かなかったことにしましょう。みんな、お宝見つけたぞ。 USB メモリー、所長室にあった。
おお、でかした双葉。てかよくそんなもん残ってたな。
そういう大事そうなものって真っ先に持ってかれちゃいそうだけど。
Oh, by the way, Kira-chan, do you know about the or anyone know about this latest game called the Xenoblade 3 that got released today?
でも大事っぽいのは間違いないぞ。引き出しの二重底に隠されてたからな。
Apparently, it's another game that is similar to Monster Hunter game, and I was thinking of getting that game though. But I'm not sure should I get the game or not.
そんな隠し場所よく見つけたな。
って見つけたのはソフィアだけど、
人が物を隠す場所ベスト10をサーチした。褒められた。
It's just no stray cat that was released. The thing is that I did consider getting stray, but when I saw a bit of the scary elemental of it, I was like, I will be panicking when I playing a cute cat game though. I mean, I will be panicking. Definitely if I have my heart rate checking it with them. The funny thing is that have you guys ever wondered, I like playing Monster Hunter, I love to play Xenoblade, but I don't like to play zombie game.
じゃあ早速中を見てみましょう。
いけそうか、さくら。
お、パスワードかかってるが、こんな既製品レベルちょいのちょいだ。よし、開いたぞ。
これは何のリストだ。人名が列挙されているようだが。
I mean, like, imagine if I play the cat game, the stray game, and I'll be like, meow, 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 meow.
ここの職員の名簿とかか？
Yeah, if someone actually give me the game, I will do that.
違うわ。これ
But let's please don't do that, please.
ここにリストアップされている人たち、みんな各界の名だたる大物ばかりよ。
Oh, by the way, let me show it. So I show the game about the game that I was talking about, Xenoblade. Let's see. Kira-chan, are you in YouTube right at the moment? I'll show you on YouTube, and I'll show you both on YouTube and Reality. Not sure whether you will show or not, but let's see. Let me find the. Oh my god, everyone is streaming the game right now. Oh, nice, nah, nah. I also want to play the game. It got released today, you know, guys. The game that I mentioned. ちょっと待ってや。I will show both the trailer on the YouTube and Reality at the same time. Don't worry, Kira-chan.
I thought our lives were like our music, always in our hands, under our control. Just who decided that this was how it should be? Fighting is all we have. We struggle, suffer. We have to fight so we can go on living.
This is what they taught us, that our lives are born from the Queen.
We fight, and then
To the Queen, you return. You say you fight for Kevis. Are you certain?
You're an Oxia from Agnes. We shouldn't be fighting like this.
from this moment on, you share a common destiny. You want to survive, live on. You got to find our hope.
Very well. Witness how hollow your hope rings. No. We can't let this go on.
push comes to shove, do not flinch. Do whatever it takes for the greater good.
Their existence must be erased without a trace.
When we're interlinked, I can see inferno, destruction.
Noah's memories.
There's no running away from it. I've seen all kinds of death. All we can do is move forward.
Yeah, that was the game that I was referring to earlier. So
大物？じゃあスポンサーのリストとか？
Lisa Stoka. Yeah, this one I just mentioned.
この名前最近どっかで見たような。
この吉川ってやつ、数週間前に公文書の改ざんを告白したやつだな。
そういえばこっちの人は先月
Ah, sorry, I almost forgot I mute the.
札幌中央市の市議会議員だわ。
Yeah, so Kinachan, you knew about the now you know about the game, right? I was actually okay. Basically, I today when I went out to get the document for. So basically, what happened is that when I need to go and renew my visa, right? When I said it was a very stressful thing, is that if I renew my visa in Osaka, it will be easier. But I'm doing it in Kyoto, and the one thing is that if you guys go and check the Kyoto immigrant and the Osaka immigrant, the Osaka immigrant review in Google is like 90+% of it are negative. You know, like they got very bad review. It's like it's only happened in Kyoto. It's only happened in Kyoto branch in like when it comes to immigrants and visa stuff. So they are very infamous in Kyoto, and that's why it's very stressful for me to. That's why it's very stressful for me to renew my passport. I mean renew my visa in Kyoto. It's because they ask for documents. Like even when you provide them the document, they want you to provide even other type of documents. And often more than not, it's very stressful to try to get all those documents. And the thing is that I have to pay for a lot of those documents. Like I have to go and print out the document. I have to go to my school to get the document. So in the end, a lot of people I have to pay, and then I have to take a photo of my face for a passport size photo, and I have to pay for it. So overall, I pay a lot of money. And the thing is that at the end, they will still ask you for other stuff, and then you go and need to go and get it. That's why I say it's a very stressful month for me, because I need to go and get a lot of stuff. But in Osaka, they will be like, you just need to provide this, and then okay. Like you ask them, do I still need to provide another document? And they, oh, this is enough already. You'll be like, that easy? And yet Osaka, and yet Kyoto want me to provide this. And yet in Osaka it's like, oh, this and this alright enough already. I was like, huh? Because I applied one in Osaka before, and when I was replying for my renewal of Singapore passport at that time. So I went down all the way to Osaka to apply for extension as well as a new passport at that time. And the one thing that really frustrating, what made me feel very frustrated, is that the Osaka was more efficiency, but the Kyoto one is really frustrating. And I can understand at that time. I can understand when people say that Kyoto people, why a lot of Japanese people or maybe a lot of foreign people don't like Kyoto people. To me, I don't really hate Kyoto people. It's just that for me, if I have to list a place that I hate about Kyoto, it's definitely the Kyoto branch Osaka immigrant station. It's seriously, they are very annoying. Seriously, they are annoying and very frustrating, because the document they ask is like, you give it to them, they will ask for more. That's why when I say I was very stressful, because I was going around about to try to get all those documents, and this afternoon I went to get the document, and then I have to run all the way to the nearest post office to mail the letter. And you know what the frustrating thing is? in Singapore, any document that is needed to send to the government or those public facility, you don't need to pay for it. You don't need to pay for the mail, because the thing is, I have to pay for the mail it myself. I have to pay for the freaking stamp to mail it. So in the sense is that the document I have to go and get it, print it, and then get the stamp. So in the end, I have to, and then once everything is settled, I still have to pay for the renewal fee itself. So it's like, to some people it's like, oh, it just only costs like 4,000 yen, but at the end, when you calculate the amount of document you need, the amount of printing you need, and the amount like the photo, all these things you need, yeah, that's gonna add up to way more than 4,000 yen though. That's why I was like very frustrated, because I have to do a little bit more part-time to save enough money for that. That's why it was kind of stressful for me at the time. For when I say I was busy and stressful, because it was really frustrating because of it was really very, very frustrating because of the visa renewal stuff, and it's not something I'm proud of, because if I can get to extend, but yeah, that's why I want to get a job of if I can. If not, at least I became a popular VTuber. That's why I want to get up to 1,000 subscribers first. I want to get popular first, you know. I mean, Papa want to become a very popular first. Then we can talk about that. Gonna watch this. Okay, take your time and name the Ricky-san. Konami, how's your day? Right now I'm playing Persona 5 Scramble at the moment and talking about a bit about steady stuff. And thank you for the star stickers.
このリストをどう使う？
ここに上がった奴らの利害関係を一から洗うのさ。
この人たちが改心することで一番利益を得る人物。
So how's your day? Good? Not good? Mama? So? Alright. Not good?
それが黒幕ってことね。
Average? Average is considered not bad, you know, to me. As long as nothing bad happens, it's considered good.
そういうことだ。時間はかかるかもしれんが。
I mean, like when I say earlier, actually, when someone asked me how's my day, I actually reply good and bad at the same time. Because the bad thing is because I have to run around to get document, print the document, and then mail the document, and then I have to freaking pay for the stamp myself. Like I have to pay one freaking stamp for myself, which like it cost me 140 yen. Yeah, it's so much. Kuroba-san, Kongame, how's your day? So it's like, yeah, that's why I've been getting stressful, because of just to renew a freaking visa. It's not easy. I mean, like normally I don't need to provide all those documents in Osaka, but in Kyoto, it's just that the funny thing is that in the end they still have to freaking send it all the way to Osaka, and yet in Kyoto, apparently they are more stricter. That's why when people actually go and check Osaka immigrant Kyoto branch and the Osaka, and if they go and check the Google Translate, the Google review, oh my god, you guys, I always laugh when I look at those reviews. It's like 1 star, 1 star, 1 star, or sometimes some people will say it's actually 4 stars. Some will give, okay, not bad, 5 star. But it's so funny that most of the time I always see 1 star more than anything. It's like they are really, really bad. Like you can see all the 1 star, and there was one time it's like because the thing is that they are handling immigrants. So in the sense that you need to have someone who is able to speak English or Mandarin or any other country language. And yet no one in the office speak English. When I actually went and did it once at Osaka, there was actually English speaker there. But when I do it I've been doing the renewal of my visa a lot in Kyoto. Yeah, no one over there speak English. And I really remember the reviewer say, no one speak English, bad. Which is kind of stressful. I mean, like that's why when when it comes to Kyoto, you need to have standard Japanese because if you don't, no one in Kyoto speak English. Like that, not really saying don't speak English. It's just that if you want English speaker, yeah, definitely you have to go to the Tokyo immigrant branch, or you have to go to the original Osaka branch. It's Kyoto one, they seriously don't have anyone that can speak English or Mandarin, so it's very frustrating for many people. Or even Indonesian language. But for me, who can speak Japanese, I'm fine with it. So I'm not often more than not, I don't mind. The only thing I have a problem with them is that they always ask for document that is not required at all. Not even a little. To be honest, it's really a lot though. I mean, like, if you guys go and check, it's really, the review is really very bad though. I mean, like, they don't really speak English at all. That's the thing. And I mean, like, there was one person that I know that speak English, but the way she speak English is seriously cannot make it. So yeah, no. That's why their review is very bad. The one thing I really have a problem is because they ask for document that is not required. I mean, like, when I did it at Osaka, they say, oh, it's alright. But in Kyoto, they will be like, you don't have this document, we cannot proceed. Yep, in a sense, okay, I will go and get the document that you want, and then I will go and try to print it, and then I have to mail it to you, and then at the end of the day, can you approve? Nah. Oh well. Yeah, actually, the one thing is that that's why I've been getting stressful. I mean, like, the one thing is that the government already tell them that it's alright, but yet the Kyoto one branch is much stricter. So that's the reason why when I say at the start, when I said I'm very stressful because of visa, at the same time right now I was like, today I have to go. It's because I have to go and I have to go and print those documents out, get the document, and then have it mail it to them. Which is really frustrating and stressful at no matter how you look at it. So it's not something I'm proud of. At the same time, it's like when people ask me will I defend, I was like, I won't even defend them at all. I mean, when people say, like, even Japanese people, if you ask Japanese people, which part of Japan do you which Japanese people from which province do you hate the most, or you don't like to approach with? Often more than not, it's always Kyoto people, not Tokyo people, not Osaka people, or not Hokkaido, Sapporo, or Kyushu, Kumamoto. It's always Kyoto for weird reason. Because I don't understand why, but I mean, I meet a few nice Kyoto people, but yeah, definitely the immigrant office, definitely not. They are all not nice people that I can think of. I mean, they are doing their job, but the way they stick to their protocol is really, really strict though. So when people say that Kyoto people, when Japanese people tell me that they don't really like Kyoto people, I was like, yeah, I can understand. Hello, Benny-san, konami, how's your day? Although it's quite late, but I'm still playing Persona 5 Scramble at the moment though. Today is fine, that's good to know. That's why earlier I went, and the one thing is that today, in order to make myself feel distressed, I have to distress myself. I went all the way to a game shop. Actually, it's an electric shop, and the basement floor is all the game stuff. So I went all the way there and take a look at some of the games, and I only remember today that was the game release of Xenoblade 3, and I was like, so I get the game. I was like thinking, should I do stream Xenoblade, because I really like Xenoblade 1 and 2, and having Xenoblade 3 is a whole new different story. So I was thinking, so I get the game, but at the same time, I'm not sure you guys really want me to play the game or not though, because it's a whole new different game genre. Technically, it's similar to how Monster Hunter is, but the game style is very different because it's something similar. I would say, like, I mean, there is fixed amount of weapon. You don't get to choose too much weapon, and then there is also the monster is slightly more like, to me, I would say more like space monster. Difficult. Like I think, like I mentioned, it's similar to Monster Hunter. It's similar to Monster Hunter, but I won't say it's that difficult though. It depends on how you define Monster Hunter as difficult though. It's similar. There is like no easy, no hard, no whatsoever level. It's just trying to defeat the monster. Hello, Takehiro-san Kongami. How's your day? Am I playing Persona? Yes, I'm playing Persona 5 Striker or Scramble, depending on how you call it. From which part of the place that you know this game. I mean like earlier I was sending document to the that is required for the visa to the immigrant office, but the thing is that that was the only thing that was stressful, and I was like looking for games, and I was thinking of getting Xenoblade 3, but at the same time I was wondering, so I get the game or not. But at the end of the day I was like, yeah, today I have to play Persona 5 Scramble. Immigration. Yeah, extension of visa. You need to go. Okay, have a good evening then. Extensions will be fine. The thing is that if it's done by in the Osaka branch, the Osaka main office, it should be easily done. But I do it in the Kyoto one, and the one thing is that if anyone go and check Kyoto immigrant office, they go and check the Google review. It's 90% of that is bad review though. And yeah, I mean like I provide them with the document and yet they want more. For another 3 years, no, they don't allow me to extend that much. They can only and the thing is that whether can I extend for another thing is that I have been extending for 6 months though. So the thing is that whether can I extend one more time is another thing. And I'm trying to get a job, to be honest. They want me to get a job and then want me to and fix to a job. So when I get a job, I won't be able to stream though. That's the thing. Go to Tokyo. I want to go to Tokyo, but the thing is that moving from Kyoto to Tokyo is a different story though. Moving from, I'm ready to move from Kyoto to Tokyo, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, it's not I want to choose it's not that I want to choose to stay at Kyoto. I want to move to Tokyo or even to Osaka. But the thing is that I don't want to move and then unable to find a job, you know. Because I had no idea, so I move first and then find a job, or so I stay and then once I confirm I get a job, then I move. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't want to move and then unable to find a job though. Before that, I can stay in Tokyo. No, the thing is that was before I stay in Kyoto. That one was that to see whether I can stay in Japan for a lot more than 1 year. That time it was when it was something like a vacation, but at the same time to test out how is it like to live in Japan. That's why I stay in Tokyo. But the thing is that before I move, I really want to make sure that if I move, will it be better or not? So you start yeah, that's also another reason why I start learning Japanese. Because there's no point in me going to stay in Japan when I don't even know how to speak Japanese, right? I mean, I really start learning a lot of stuff. Japanese is not really not that hard once you learn all the basics now, but conversation wise is a whole new different story. That's I can say. So you have learned the language since 2018 in Japan? No, actually I start learning Japanese back in 2000. I already learned a little bit in 2014, 2013, 2014. I start properly learning Japanese, including how to write and read hiragana, katakana, kanji in 2016. And then it's when I first moved to Japan, 2017, I relearned again. I don't know, actually it was 2015 I already learned some Japanese. Oh, 16. Yeah, I think it was 16. And then 2017 when I first come to Japan, I start learning again. Yes, I did also, and also I did enroll in a Japanese language school. So yeah, I learned for 1 more year. So that's the reason why I was able to at least. I mean, like when I say the first year was the hardest one for me, it's because I was speed running, kind of like not speed running. It's more like speed learning a lot of Japanese thing in one shot. Like I have to jump from M5 all the way to M1. So in a sense that when it's like you guys have to imagine like when I first came here and I have to like buy furniture or buy or I have to buy electronic stuff. I actually went to a shop, asked them. I have to get the stuff that I want, like washing machine, a fridge, a microwave oven, all these things, you know, like. Yeah, I pay for it. I mean, I can get a second hand at the time, but I prefer to get first hand because I knew that I have to stay in Japan for more than 2-3 years, and in the end, turned out that I already stayed in Japan for 5 years plus already. I mean, I never really considered. I was like thinking of maybe like selling them after 2-3 years, and then in the end, turned out that I stayed in Kyoto for more than 5 years. Actually, the language school is in Kyoto. There is quite a few though. There is a lot at other places like Tokyo have a lot, Osaka got a lot. But the one is that when I studied the one is that because I was also enrolled in the main school where I studied the manga and animation course. So the technically is that before I attend the manga animation course, I have to attend the language school first. So it was the language school, then then I jumped towards the course that I mentioned earlier. Because there's no point in me attending the lesson and.
そうだ。そういえば。行こう。
So you do everything in Kyoto then? Yeah, I actually learned a lot language, and the funny thing is that I'm not sure. I mean, I asked quite a few Japanese people. They most of them told me that the hardest Japanese is always in Kyoto, and I was like, why did I first come to Kyoto again? I thought I should go to Tokyo instead. It depends on, like, I always say it depends on people to people. There are nice Kyoto people. Like there are really nice people around here, but yeah, I know there is also nasty people, unfriendly people in Kyoto. I know about those things. It depends though. I will just say it depends, but it doesn't mean that all the Kyoto people are that bad, right? There are nice Kyoto people, but to be honest, I kind of want to move to Tokyo though. I don't mind moving to Tokyo, but the only thing is that I don't want to like move and then unable to get a job though. That's the most concerning thing for me. Worst one are Tokyo. Eh? Serious?
依頼はこんな
マ
感じだ。
ジかよ。And yet people tell me that I
これをやるのか？お仕事だな。
worst one are Tokyo. I mean, if you are referring to how stressful that place is, maybe. I mean, like, I'm not sure though. Everyone got their own preference. I think if you live long enough and move around Japan, you will know. That is only if I'm able to give the I'm able to move around in Japan though. Because personally, I had no idea how it would be though. That's the thing. I mean, I come across quite a few people myself, a few from diff. You should look for job focus on Tokyo area and the serpent. More opportunity. The thing is that I did apply, but I mean actually I applied for a few jobs in Tokyo and I did a few interview, but most of them never reply me back. Actually quite a few reply, like not a lot, but a few of them reply, and it's always the Makoto ni Moshiwake nai. So I was like, I keep on trying to find job a few places. It's just that one of them actually replied me is that if you are in Tokyo, at least you don't need to move, then it will be much easier. Yeah, I'll see how it goes again. Maybe I should try looking for more job, because there was a time when I applied and they say that because I'm staying in Kyoto and I have to move, and they were like unreluctant, something like that. So at the time I was like, kono mensetsu shippai da. It's like it's definitely a failure. You know, the funny thing is that when we are talking about fax machine, the funny thing is that even though we call fax machine, like any other country they don't use fax machine, but in Japan they are still using the fax machine. Ryoko kaisha? Ryoko kaisha kana? Yaru kana? I mean, I did do freelance tour guide before. Maybe I can try it. Not tour guiding, but more opportunity or sales job. No, sorry ka. I thought you were saying about tour guiding though. Yeah, maybe I should also try looking. Let me take down. Ryoko kaishaka. I mean, I was actually also preparing on the some of the stuff though, like you mentioned, like the proposal, all these things. I was writing them down. Let's see. Ryoko kaisha. I'm going to check whether do they have this job on able to they want to hire. It'd be nice if they can hire them. Recruitment center, that is the thing that you do not want to. I mean, I apply recruitment center for so many times, and yet I mean, like, there's even one recruitment center that never even give me a reply afterwards, like for a few jobs. But I will still continue to try finding. Yeah, I actually been using 3 different recruitment center already, you know. well known one. They are pretty well known though, that's the thing. Guess I'll have to look further look for much bigger then. If there is. Dota. I'm not sure about Dota. I was looking like there is the Alupai not Alupai, what was the job, what was the name again? Job something. Let me do a check on my website. There is the Indeed one. The Indeed, the recruit agency. Die Job, yes, that is also one of them. Die Job is also one of them, and then there is the, what was it again? Engaging, Engaged, yeah, Engage, also one of them. Engage Japan. There's also the YOLO Japan, and then there is also the Nantucket. Quite a few though. I mean, most of the time when I see the Persona Global, yes, I did apply for that. Let me do a check again. Still got there is also the Global Power one. There is also Fellowship. There is also J Career. Yeah, there's quite a lot that I apply, and most of them never even get back to me afterwards though. And the worst thing is that often more than not, they will the job they will keep on saying you need N1 and you need N1. Even when they say even when they in their requirement is indicate as N2, they will say you need N1. So yeah, I was like, if you say need N1, why in the paper you write you need is minimum M2? So it's kind of frustrating though. Maybe I should start trying to see whether I can what kind of job I can look into though. I mean, I actually applied for quite a few and yet most of them never give me a good reply. I mean, I apply in case you need to know how many jobs. When I say it's like I apply for 100, not just 100 or 200 jobs. I apply for 1,000 jobs and I had list them out because I need to show proof to the immigrant that I've been trying to find job. So I have to, like, every time I have to, when I apply for one job, I have to list it out. And the thing is that they say they will look into it, and then I will always wait for them to reply me, and they will actually say this thing. If they never reply within 1 month, 2 weeks or to 1 month, it's a failure. This is the worst thing about many of the agencies is that if they think that you don't make the cut, they will just say you don't make the cut. Some of them may reply you say you didn't make the cut. Some of them will just say that they won't even reply you and say don't hold too much expectation. That's why I was like, I even applied for a few job, and like I even asked one of agency, and I apply with them like 300 for their company for their agency, 300 of, I remember or not 300 200 or 300 something. All of them I only went for interview like 10 or 10 plus time. I think it was I think it was 11 or 12 time, and all of them got rejected. Like, yeah, and then most of them that apply, they will just say that you're not qualified enough, and I was like, what? Or maybe, and there are time when they actually reply with, there is much better person with the there is already they already hired a person with better quality. It's like, yeah, is it because I'm, and then they even want, and sometimes when they, and the reason is just because they say like you, it's like when it's like when I ask them the reason, they will not even tell me the reason at all. That's the thing. It's like sometimes I ask them what is the reason so that I can prevent myself from making that mistake. They don't want to say it. They always never say it. And even there was one time when I went for the interview and they just say that they afraid of hiring because they don't want to, because I'm a foreigner. And I was like, you go into the interview you choose to have an interview with me knowing that I'm a foreigner, and now you tell me that you are afraid of because I'm a foreigner. I was like, because of that, I actually take note of the company, and I always make sure not to apply for the company ever again. Like, they knew I was a foreigner, give me an interview, and then tell me they don't want to hire me. So I was so pissed off at that time that I actually I take down their name, and I always make sure I don't apply for the company ever again, because the person just tell me that, oh, I don't want to hire foreigner now. You go into the interview, I already stated I'm a foreigner in my resume, and yet you tell me you don't want. It's like, then why in the hell you don't just say that you don't want to, and waste my time for the interview? I was trying other places, but definitely I don't think I will apply for that company because of the interviewer. It's not really about persistent with them. It's just that the person really rubbed me the wrong way at that during the interview already. Unless it's a different interviewer, then I might reconsider. But I'm not even sure though. It's like, when I think about that company, it's really very pissing me off at that time. The person is HR or MD? I don't know. The person I was speaking to was a female at that time though. So I'm not sure. I mean, there is female manager, so I don't really dare to say whether is she what is her position though. But it is very likely that it's an interviewer herself, so I guess it should be the HR. It could be the HR likely though. I mean, as long as they are the interviewer, it can be the HR person though. She only introduced her name, and she never really and she never said much anymore. Because I don't remember. I was so frustrated after that incident, so can't remember much. Whether is she? I think likely to be the HR though. If it's that, I'm not sure. You. The thing is, it's an online interview though. It was all those interviews that I mentioned is all online interview because of the coronavirus situation at that time. So, I don't think I ever got a name card though. But better to do physical can request. Ah.
何します？それいいっすよね。あざー。それっすか。どうもあざました。
I mean, I have went for a few, even applied for a few work at a restaurant. Yeah, also never really got good reply. The funny thing is that you know what's the funny thing about restaurant is that they scout me, that they want to me for the interview, and then when I go for the interview, have chat with them, and then they were like, I've been worked in one place for one day, and they were like, I mean, like, what can you expect me to learn every single thing in one day? I was like so frustrated when at one of them, but at the end of the day I was like, yeah, and they were like, I don't think you are suitable for this place. And at the same time, it's like just because I'm a foreigner, unable to do too much, and I was like, okay, never mind. And there was another time when I applied for when I went for an interview at one of the restaurant. It was a work at the back at the restaurant, basically the cook, the chef, assistant chef. I went all the way. I walked all the way to the restaurant, and I say I don't mind working as a part-time, like test out as a part-time first to see whether how it goes. The chef, the head chef, and the sous chef was like, interview they don't mind hiring me, but at the same time when they go in when they ask me about part-time and full-time, I say I wish to apply for full-time, but I don't mind if you want me to start as a part-time, like test it out and see how it goes. But then they said, do I want to be a full-time? I said if you don't guys find that I'm good, I can begin a full-time. They say they go and call the main branch company. They call in, they check, and they say, we can't hire you. And I was like, even part-time? And they say, yes, even part-time. And I was like, then why you? I was like so pissed off, and I was like, okay, never mind. Arigatou gozaimashita. And I just go off. And it's really frustrating when they say that when they really want to hire me, and then they call the main company, and they say the main company said cannot, and then I was like, and then the teacher was like, oh sorry, dameda. Yeah, there is a lot of funny things when that I got rejected though. So that's the reason why I don't like to talk about all those failure, is because the reason for them to reject is so, to me, right, is so ridiculous, to the point that normal people who have went insane already, and yet I'm still here trying to find a job. But it's kind of weird that I'm still finding job and still not giving out yet. Showtime, increase the damage showtime, kinda. Well, Singapore will be the choice to big money and big position. It depends on the position. It depends though. Finding job in Singapore will be that easy, all my friends will be, all of them will be hired though. I already got a few friends who even quit job in Singapore, you know. And the unemployment rate in Singapore is also pretty high, you know, just in case you need to understand. The unemployment rate is really high and bad at the same time. I mean, if they hire me, I don't mind, but I have to see how it goes then. But now that I think about it, maybe I should.
とにかくだ。行くぞ。
Oh, Prime Minister in SG mentioned got many jobs. That's the one bigger lies in by him though. Okay, you need to understand that. Okay, you need to understand before I burst your bubble. You need to understand is that the number of people that is applying for a job when they say they open up 100 job, right? You need to understand how many people are also applying for the job, you know. It's like it's like when they open up 100 job in Singapore, you need to understand it's not 100 people applying for a job, it's not 1,000 applying for a job, it's in the 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 people applying for the same job, you know. So in a sense is that if you look at the unemployment rate in Singapore, it's actually pretty high as compared to any in terms of the population list. And often more than not, it's not really unless you are really talented, you got the qualification for it. Often more than not a lot of Singaporeans are happy. Like there are actually quite a few Singaporeans who hate foreigner. I have to say this out of first. There are a few Singaporeans who hate foreigners because there is a few foreigners who come to Singapore to find job, and when they get the job that a Singaporean can get, and then that is when Singaporean people start getting like pissed off and saying that there is no job for Singaporean. And even when Prime Minister say that it's more job for Singaporean, the thing is that there is a lot of company in Singapore that is shut down. Like when they shut down, then you have to understand when they shut down, it's not like one person lose job or two person lose job. It's the whole freaking company who lose the job. The resentment, the number of people who get fired each month, it's like the dark side of in Singapore job vacancy is actually really dark to the point that you have to understand that when they open up new position, you have to understand that position was actually previously held by someone else before they get fired, and government support often more than not they don't have it. That's why it's very dark. It's the dark thing is that even for me it's way darker than any country that I come across though. It's like you have to understand. It's like when let's say for example when a bank company open up 100 job. The thing is, before they open 100 job, they may actually fire like 100% beforehand. And they fire 100% beforehand. They hire new people in, and then you have to understand those people that got fired, where are they going to go? You understand what I'm saying? And because there is, and like you say, no experienced worker, right? And because there are no experienced worker, their salary will get the company will justify by giving them lesser salary. Because they say you are not experienced, so their salary is lesser. And seriously, when I say low, it's like people say that when you study university, your pay should be like 3,000, 4,000. No, it's actually from the 1,000 something. It's not high at all. That is how dark Singapore company is. It's like you study so hard, you get student loan, you get all these things. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter at all. That is how dark the Singapore job of trying to find a job is. It's really, really dark. I'm not saying all the company first. Not all the company are that way. There are good company, but the thing is that often more than not, it is most of the company that is doing such a thing. So it's really not something that I recommend unless you really like Singapore. And I always tell people, unless you really love Singapore, and you need to. And if I have to say it this way, how expensive is Singapore? Singapore daily expenses is monthly expenses is actually higher than Tokyo monthly expenses. Is it good money? Food is all. I wouldn't say it's cheap now. It's cheap in some places, but now many places in Singapore, right, it's getting expensive. You know, Singapore food. I'm not even living in Singapore anymore, and yet I know how the price is already. The inflation in Singapore is actually rising. You know. You don't find $2 chicken rice anymore in Singapore now. Not much. The average price right now for chicken rice is $4. To $6. $4 to $6 now. You don't find $2 anymore. That's why I said the inflation in Singapore is really ridiculous now. And for example, let's say for example, if I use the air conditioner, if I switch almost on an everyday basis, in Japan, I 1 month I have to pay around 8,000 yen, 9,000 yen. But in Singapore, if I use the same amount of electricity for the air conditioner, I use the same amount of electricity, I use the same everything, I have to pay 30,000 to 40,000 yen per month, because Singapore electricity is import. Singapore do not have its own electricity. It's imported electricity. That's why it's much expensive. You see where I'm going now? That's why when you say that Japan is a good place for holiday, you have no idea how bad Singapore is. For me, who is a Singaporean, and I know if you can go and ask a few Singaporeans themselves, how much is the bill for one electricity per month? It's ridiculous. You can go and check online. A lot of Singaporeans is complaining. But the thing is that there's not much change to it at the moment though. That's why I personally don't really like to go back to Singapore if possible. Is that I don't mind going back. I mean, I'll be staying with my parents, but for me who stay in Japan, I would say that the lifestyle of, I mean, like Singapore the Singapore expenses is actually considered way expensive than in Tokyo, you know, when Tokyo is actually more expensive than any part of Japan. Like anyone need to understand is that the most expensive place to stay in Japan is always Tokyo, because that is the capital now. But if Singapore is considered way more expensive than that, yeah, the one thing you need to understand is that in Singapore, never ever don't even consider about getting a car in Singapore, because if you try to buy a car in Singapore, you are gonna burn a big hole in your wallet, or more like your bank account is gonna be dead. Mini China. Okay, the one thing is, the reason for that is that a lot of China people come to Singapore to work, and those who stay longer, they bring their family to China. In a sense, is that, don't get me wrong, there is a lot of Singaporeans who hate China people because of how bad their manner is, and how racist some of the China people are. Like there are, because the thing is that, from what I know is that sometimes those parents that came to Singapore to stay is those from the mountainside, and those from the mountainside are uneducated, and often more than not they are people who are very very rude and uneducated and don't know about manner. So there are a few Singaporeans will really not don't well. There is actually a majority of people who are really against China people living in Singapore. Like there is such a group. I don't hate a lot of China. There is, because I have a few China friends in Singapore as well in Japan. But the thing is that when it comes to unmannered people, yeah, I mean, like, if you go and check, there is actually a group of Singaporeans who keep on bashing all the China people, like in a very nasty way. And I can understand where they are going, but at the same time, it's not really nice, because they are nice China people. It's just that they often justify their hatred because of how some China people tend to do weird things. Like, if you need to pee, go to a freaking public toilet. But there is sometime when actually there was a case in Singapore that actually made the news, was that there was a China lady who shit in the public near a train station. Like, she go to the near to the station and she shit in the public. And because of that, a lot of people, she bring a lot of shame to a lot of China people. China being a con man, oh my god, don't tell me about con man though. There is a lot of con man, not just from Singapore. In Singapore there is a lot of con man. China China got a lot of con people. But if you know that any country, even Singapore, there is a lot of scammer, you know. In Singapore we call them scammer. There is a lot of scammer in Singapore too itself. It doesn't need to be China scammer, but it can be also be Singapore con man. There is a lot of Singaporean like, there are Singaporean con artists, you know. There is such a people in Singapore. Yeah, definitely Japan definitely. I mean, I never got into it, but I would just say that, yeah, I have seen online when people tell me like what kind of con that are. Like lately, whenever I go to the ATM, they always say be careful of the con artists. Yeah, and then there is the most popular one that my neighbor actually told me was the Moshi Moshi. Tasukete, kasete. Yeah, definitely got such a thing in Japan. So it depends on. I mean, when I was younger, when I was back in Singapore, I almost got caught myself though. Like, and the funny thing is that the person who trying to call me was from Malaysia. was a Malaysia con artist. Good thing I didn't got con though, because my mom told me it was a con, so I was like, oh, okay. I still need to. For me, let's see which company, where I can land my job first. I mean, I got quite a few interviews that is out next week. I got quite a few interviews up next week. I will see how it goes first. I mean, in case, I mean, like, okay, this one I will just say in my in YouTube at the same time. When I say I'm doing my own stuff, right? Yeah, there are time when I'm actually going. I was actually doing interview in the afternoon. That's the reason why I always tend to. I don't stream on the afternoon is because in the afternoon, either I'm doing recording for the Japanese lesson, or other stuff, or trying to do part time. Often more than not, there are also days when I'm doing interview. That's the reason why I always leave my afternoon slot open to do other stuff. Is that on days that I'm not doing interview or part time, I actually doing recording, and it's because there is sometimes when I have to go for job interview. That is the most difficult thing. Is that to be honest, I don't like to wear suit, but yeah, I still have to wear a freaking suit though. Try not to burn out. I had lost count how many times I got burnt out, you know. Takehiro-san. I had know how many times. I mean, like, I think it's like everyone who see me in stream on days when I don't want to talk. It's like I try to talk. It's like, yeah, I definitely, you guys can hear my voice is tired in a very bad way, but at the same time it's not that tired, and I still tend to talk about. I'll try to talk. But when there is no one commenting, like when there is no comment, there is no nothing, and I stay very very quiet. Yeah, you guys should know that I really not in the mood to talk. It's like I will try to talk, and when people write in comment, it's not that I don't mind comment. I really like comment when people talk to me. But at the end of the day, when I see no comment, yes, I will stay very very quiet, because most of the time on that day is probably because I'm very very tired. It's like got the burnout, but at the same time I'm still streaming. I have not missed a single day of stream, especially on reality, which is already 470 plus day, and 20 more plus day I will be reaching 500 day in reality live stream already. Well, I got the word weekend off. The thing is, Takehiro-san, I work part-time. I got a compulsory part-time in the mostly on the weekend, you know. It's basically my Saturday Sunday is also part-time, you know. So it's not that so don't think that I free every single day, even though I'm streaming every single day or playing every day. Is that, yeah, I don't really have the time to myself. I don't think there is such thing as overtime pay. It's basically mostly about, it's still pay on the, I'm still being paid based on the hourly rate, so that's the thing. It's still, I'm still being paid based on the hour though, not pay on overtime. If only that happened, I don't mind. If only that happened, I will stay. I will ask the company. I will ask the restaurant to hire me full time already. The only thing is that the only thing I will get reward is one free meal at the end of the day, which basically costs around a few hundred yen only. A few yen only. A few hundred yen. Yeah, wash more dishes only. I mean, I always wash dishes. For that one, it's all dishes most of the time. Waitering. Yeah, on most of the time when there is foreigner when there is foreigner customer, then they will ask me to do it. If not, most of the time they don't. They order. You have no idea how many dishes I have to wash each time though. It's not one plate, two plate, you know. You know the Japanese the traditional dish, right? The traditional meal where every single thing is on a small little plate. The side dish on one plate, the pickle is on another plate, the rice is on one bowl with a cap on it, and then the miso soup with the soup, the bowl with the cup on it. Yeah, I have to wash every single thing. So like one person meal, I thought a lot of this all the time. Is that one when a person order one set meal, the number of stuff that I have to wash after they leave is actually minimally 10 to 20 on average. And when one person order is normally 10, let's say 15 on average. When there is 2 person, that's 30. 4 person, that's 60. When 10 people leave at the same time, that's 150 items need to be washed. So before I go and do waiter, yeah, often more than not, I'll be staying in the bed washing dishes. And the number of dishes when they come in one shot is so scary to the point that I don't even want to imagine working at that place. I was like, I seriously want to get a proper job and then leave that restaurant. Well, the thing is that I mean, it was thanks to that restaurant that I was able to save enough money to buy a laptop though. So I mean, in a sense, I do feel a little bit of I do feel a bit of appreciation. I mean, I'm really grateful for them, and that's the reason why I tend to help out and work at the place whenever they need me. But at the same time, I still have to look for other part time doing like other day because I need to pay for my rent. I need to earn enough money, and also need to get the game so that I can buy so that I can stream those games that and let people see what kind of game that I play. But at the same time, it's really a hard thing to do. I mean, the number of part time to do and whatnot is like I can't overwork on what the visa allowed, you know. I mean, like, I did ask for support, but at the same time, there wasn't much reply, much. So I mean, another thing I would need to ask is, next month I will go to another agency to ask for help to see how it goes because I think next month I already agreed with to make actually what happened is that next month I already got quite a few interview out for session already. I already got a few interview out for next week. So at the same time I also got what again? I also need to go for recruit agency. Actually, I have to go for two recruit agency. One is online, another one is I have to go to the place itself. So I have to see how it goes first because yeah, I seriously don't. To me, right, I really feel a lot in the view. I really lose a lot of hope already to the point I already given up. But at the same time, I'm still hanging on there, like trying to see whether I can find and see how it goes. Because personally, one and another, yeah, I really lost all hope to the point that on average person who had choose to choose to give out on life already though. Any backup plan? To be honest, I'm more like I really got a. It's like I really think of going back to Singapore. I really think of going back to Singapore, and even if I go back to Singapore, it's not not easy to find a job because you need to understand. I did apply for 500 plus job in Singapore, and I never even land one. I mean, I used to work in some place, but at the same time, some place is really not really good to work at. And some of the place that I used to work is not a place that I want to even list in my resume at all. So I will see how it goes though. If not, I have to go back to do the one thing that I hate the most, will be doing programming and create software. Which in the past I used to be a programmer though. Although it's not written in any of my resume, but actually I used to be a programmer, and I was like scouted by a company in America, and I chose to reject it because I couldn't keep up with the programming at the time. I think I should stop here. Not I think I should start around here my stream. I won't talk about what happened in the past, but if anyone asks me about programming stuff, I mean, I'll talk about it next time. But personally, for me, yeah, I know about C++, Java, HTML, Python, Cherry Python, C#, all these things. Is like, I have not touched them for years, and yet when I look at the latest one, I still remember how they work. I was like, I had no idea how I still remember those things. I think I will stop here. I will stop my stream here for now. It's already 12:30 in Japan, so I think I should go and rest up now. Because I'm not quite sure tomorrow. Because like I mentioned, I might have to go for part time tomorrow, so I need to go and sleep early to. I have to go. It's time for me to go and rest up. I mean, like, I seriously need to go and rest up now. Now that I think about it, because I don't want to like tomorrow go wake up late and then have to go for part time early. So let's just see how it goes. But tomorrow, if there is no part time tomorrow, I'll definitely do stream. I will straight away go do stream and stream the whole day if I don't have part time. But if I got part time, I have to go for part time. So the thing is that because I'm not quite sure tomorrow I got part time or not. Because the one thing is that my part time have because it's the weekend, so and also I still not quite sure. I mean, it's also the last in Kyoto. It's also the last day of the last weekend of the Gion Matsuri. So I'm not quite sure whether we will be busy or not. So I need to go and just in case I need to sleep early and check out with the tomorrow. Wake up early and then check with the restaurant to see whether do they need me to go or not. If they need to go, I will go. If they don't need me to go, then I will just straight do stream from morning all the way to night time. Don't care. Heck care. Anyhow care. Yeah. I think I'm getting by now. Okay. In any case, yeah, I will give tomorrow. I mean, I have to call in tomorrow just to check out. So with that said, because it's really 12:30 in Japan, 12:40 to be exact. So with that said, I will go and time for me to go and sleep. So everyone, if you're watching, okay, the same thing for reality. For everyone watching this in the morning, have a good day. Everyone watching this at night time, have a good night rest. We'll talk again at the next video or stream. Good night. Sweet dream. Bye. Oh yeah, it's Saturday. Yes, tomorrow is Saturday, Dokira-chan. That's why Ame Papa have to sleep early. 残念だけど even Ame Papa want to play Persona 5 a lot more, you know, and chat with everyone. We'll talk again tomorrow. Don't worry, Kira-chan. Good night.